So, the new Nod-Krai trailer just dropped. And the characters? Well, they weren't just surprising. They were unbelievable. For weeks now, the community has been clinging to crumbs, dissecting blurry leaked screenshots and mistranslations. But what we got today went beyond anything anyone expected. A total lineup reveal. Multiple characters. Multiple elements. Entire new mechanics. And maybe the wildest part? A lot of it was already predicted by a leaker so suspiciously accurate it's almost creepy. Let's talk about this. First of all, let's address the obvious. This was not your average teaser. It wasn't just here's a new 5-star, or this is the support of the next update. No, this was a full-on showcase of what's coming in the next major region, from the upcoming 6.0 patch all the way through to 6.7. 11 characters were shown. Most are confirmed to be playable, and at least half of them already have leaked release windows. Which means this wasn't just hype. This was a signal. Genshin is entering a new phase. And we better be ready. Let's start with the star of the trailer, Flins, the male Lightkeeper. Flins is an electro-polearm user, a 5-star adult male character who's expected to serve as a main DPS. If you've seen the image, you know exactly what I mean when I say, this guy drips style. The sharp stare, the dark violet palette, the lantern glowing with electro energy. And as wild as his design looks, his leaked kit might be even crazier. Flynn's elemental skill infuses his weapon with electro, making him ideal for fast-paced electro-charged reactions. That's especially interesting because Nefer, the new electro character dropping in version 5.8, might be his best support. Their synergy? Looking broken already. His banner is supposedly first half of 6.0. Mark your calendars. But let's talk about another character, Aino. She is a Hydro Claymore, young female character. 4-star. Coming out in the same patch as Flynn's, and one copy of her will be free. All you have to do is complete a puzzle series that's built around the brand new lunar reactions. Yes, lunar reactions. We're getting to that. Second half of version 6.0 brings us Lauma. And I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say she's probably one of the most visually striking Dendro characters since Nahida. Elegant, composed, and calm. She's a 5-star Catalyst user. Her role? Support. Possibly healing through her Constellation 1. According to Liquidation, she also introduces a new lunar reaction, Lunar Bloom. This new elemental reaction will probably redefine how Dendro is played. And there's more. Her entire set is probably built around elemental mastery, and she even comes with a new EM-focused artifact set. But it doesn't stop there. Version 6.1 brings someone that lore nerds have been waiting for since forever, Durin. Not the dragon. Not the monster. The person. And he's actually playable. Durin is a 5-star Pyro sword user, but don't get it twisted, he's not your typical on-field DPS. Instead, he brings massive off-field Pyro utility, providing team-wide buffs and maybe even Pyro application from the bench. From what I've read in the leaks, he's shaping up to be a real meta contender, potentially replacing both Bennett and Xiangling in certain comps. And speaking of shifting metas, version 6.3 is looking like a revolution. That's when Columbina finally arrives. Yes, the Harbinger. And unlike what many feared, she's not just story content. She's playable. Hydro main DPS, most likely a 5-star. Lunar Charged and Lunar Bloom? She'll likely scale with both. Some leakers even claim she might bring the most power-creeped kit since Nouvellette. All I'll say is, be ready. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The same leaker, Liquidation, also mentioned that version 6.8 won't exist. Yep, no 6.8. Instead, we'll move directly from 6.7 to 7.0. But don't panic. The usual summer event, typically associated with those X.8 versions, will still happen. Just within 6.7. That means the summer celebration stays intact, even if the patch schedule shifts. But Liquidation also made one more claim. A bold one, Dottor will not become playable in the Song of the Welkin Moon arc. That means no Dottor in any of the 6.x versions. No matter what. And considering how on point their other leaks were, that statement now carries some real weight. So what about the rest of the characters from the trailer? Nicole, Reeyn. Easily one of the most enigmatic reveals in the entire trailer. She's tied to the Hexencircle, codename N. Her design? Regal, commanding, clearly older than most of the current cast, and dripping in mystery. There are still no reliable leaks about her role, element, or release version. But that just makes her reveal even more exciting. So don't be surprised if she ends up more important than she looks. Next we've got Varka. Finally, the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius has been missing in action for literal years. And now he's back and playable. His Anemo vision was teased, and his presence in the trailer was anything but subtle. The man looked confident, seasoned, and strong. Most likely an Anemo DPS with massive crowd control. He'll also probably be a 5-star. Then there's Jahoda, a name no one expected. A face we've never seen before. She makes her debut during the trailer in a fast shot, lounging with what looks like some kind of tech. She's got a relaxed, mischievous energy. And here's the weird part, her name, Jahoda, is a Czech and Slovak surname meaning strawberry. A little detail that makes her oddly memorable. Not much else is known yet, but she definitely left a mark. Sandrone is also in the trailer, but there's a catch. According to Liquidation, she won't be playable during the Song of the Welkin Moon versions. That means she might be a story-only character, or maybe someone important in a different arc entirely. Either way, her design and presence give strong antagonist energy. Don't count her out just yet. Nefer, on the other hand, is set to become playable. Probably version 6.4. She's from Sumeru and carries a Dendro vision, which already makes her unique within the Nod-Krai context. Her outfit and colors heavily suggest a connection to elemental harmony, and if Lunar Bloom becomes a long-term reaction, she could become a powerful synergy piece in future teams. And finally, Alice. Yes, that Alice. Klee's mother, the legendary adventurer. She's in the trailer. Pyro confirmed. Playable? Almost certainly. Release version? Later in the Nod-Krai cycle, probably in 6.6 or 6.7. We've waited so long, and now she's finally here. Now that's the full rundown. 11 characters, 1 missing patch, and 1 massive expansion that's about to change Genshin forever. So if you thought Fontaine was huge, if you thought Natlan was going to be the real meta shakeup, just wait. Nod-Krai isn't just bringing new characters. It's bringing new systems, new mechanics, and new storytelling angles that go way beyond what we've seen before. And what's even more exciting is that all of this is just the beginning. Because we still don't know the full story behind the lunar reactions. We have close to no idea what role the Hexencircle will play long-term. And we're still only scratching the surface of what version 7.0 might actually be. So keep your eyes open. Start farming your resources. And whatever you do, don't skip the trailer. Trust me, you'll want to see it for yourself. That's it for now, but you already know, as soon as more leaks drop, or when the devs decide to show us more about these characters, I'll be right here breaking it all down for you. So whether you're saving for Flins, curious about Columbina, or just hyped to finally pull Alice, the next few patches are going to be absolutely wild. Let's get ready.